Welcome to Tiny Rails, the fun little game with a train. And mine should be coming along any second now, hopefully. In the last episode I completed the South America story and quest with Catalina, and here's my train going past. It's slightly different from how it was in the previous... well, slightly. It is somewhat different how it was in the previous episode, but it's about to change again significantly. Yes, in the last episode I completed the South America story with Catalina and her crew who are looking for the city of El Dorado and all its gold, which they didn't get because of, well, the story. This time around, I will be starting the Latin America story. As I come into Trenton, New Jersey, I'm heading for New York. Off we go. And this is as much as I know about the story currently. Two old friends return to ask the crew for help with some important jobs in Mexico. What surprises will the team encounter as they enter Latin America? Latin America story progress, so far 0%. That is all I know about the story, so I have no idea where it's going to send me and what it's going to want of me. But that's only one part of what I'm doing in this episode. So let's see what the story says. Here's Valerie, my conductor. I know how to get to New York. I know we get to New York a lot, but it's always nice to come back. Well, you've got a different opinion from I have of what I've got of New York, Valerie, but okay. It's one of my favourite places to visit. Well, it's not one of mine. Grandpa. Oh, I haven't heard from Grandpa in quite a while. It's a heck of a city, that's for sure. Lance. What's up, crew? I have something that might be of interest to you. I know you're preoccupied with your opportunities in Europe, but are you open to something else? Sure. Grandpa, another opportunity, Lance? What are the details? Lance, you remember I invested Diana? She helped fund the transatlantic tunnel project? Strange enough, I actually do remember her. It was a long time ago, but I do remember Diana. Valerie, of course, we couldn't have pulled it off without her help. And her money. Lance, turns out she's a busy lady. She's got her sights set on something down south. And she thinks you're the perfect team to help her. What do you think? Grandpa, I think we certainly owe her the chance to share her idea with us. What do we need to do, Lance? She's in Ottawa, Ontario, sorting out some details with the Canadian government. Meet her there and she'll fill you in. Okay, looks like I'm going to Ottawa. Let me find where Ottawa is on the map. Nowhere near where I currently am. It must be up this general direction then. No, it does help if I actually collect the completion bonus. Right, and then it's just easy. Click that and it will set the destination on the map. Where am I going? Ottawa's right there. Okay, so that's where I'm headed to. I don't know Canadian geography, so my apologies to all Canadians. Okay. So, looks like I'm going to help Diana with whatever she wants. I'm also, because in the last episode I went mad on the Gumball machine and got 20 odd new cars, or 20 different cars, all of them weren't new, some I'd seen before, I'm now going to start putting a load of them on my train. Some of them I have already put on my train and leveled them up because they were duplicates of cars I already had, so I could sell the ones that were already level 3 and just then level up the ones that I'd got from the Gumball machine. However, there's a load of I find quite interesting cars. This car here, the Blue Ribbon Diner car, is one of the new cars that I got, and because it takes quite a lot to level up to 25,000 to make that to level 3, it's already been on my train a little while. And I've replaced the camel car, which is normally at the back of my train, with the Kiwi pen, just because I think it's cute. So, and these other passenger cars have all been rearranged as I've been levelling up various little cars. But first off, well, not first off, let me head to the wonderful... Actually, wait until I get out of... Right, when I get out of Augusta, I'll have a bit of a gap to the next station so the train won't keep stopping. At that point, I will start swapping some of these cars around. But I'm not a big fan of the Bali beach car anyway. So that will probably get replaced just because. But pretty much the first 7 or so passenger cars, starting with the Peregrine Falcon passenger car, will get replaced. Probably all the way down to the Skyview car, possibly even the Freedom car that I've currently got on my train. I picked a load of random passenger cars to throw on my train shortly before starting this episode. I say random there, so the cars I quite like the look of. So once I'm out of Augusta, I will go to my wonderful edit option for the train and start picking out all these wonderful new cars that I've got to play with. Right, we're out of Augusta, on our way to Montpellier. So, here are some of the new cars. Let's start with the Coffin Express car as a passenger car. And all of these cars are going to take a while to upgrade. The Summer Camping car, another passenger car. Quite low down passenger car. The Maori car, another passenger car. The Toxie Froggy car. Go there. Right, that's the initial view. Now I'm going to go this way round, I think. Yep. I've also got the Lantern Lounge, another passenger car. That goes after the Toxie Froggy car for now. And the Bushido Wagon car. That can go right there. And there's at least one more car I want to put on my train. Possibly more. I've just got to find it. There it is. Okay, I want to put it on the front of my train. And I'll replace the taco car for now with the pizza car, which I've leveled up to level 2. But it still needs to get to level 3. And I don't think there's anything else on my list of cars that's unique that I currently want to throw on my train, because I've just put them all on my train. I say that, I should say with the caveat for now, because as you can see I've got almost 9 million in cash. I'm going to have to rearrange this to probably do some changes for height order just to make it look neater. But most of these cars, okay, the Bushido Wagon car isn't going to take a lot to upgrade experience wise. It needs 500 for the next level and it needs 2500 for the level after that. Same with the Lantern Lounge. But these 4 cars, Toxie Froggy car, the Maori car, the Summer Camping car and the Coffin Express car, all need 5,000 experience points just to get to level 2. And I'm going to need 25,000 experience points to get to level 3 to be fully upgraded. So that's going to take a while. Okay, we've arrived at Ottawa. Valerie. Hi Diana, Lance mentioned you may have a job for us. Here's Diana. It's good to see you all again. Or it's good to see all of you again. And yes, I certainly do. If you're not too busy with things in Europe, would you consider a trip into Latin America? Grandpa, that's very interesting to us. Yes, we've been pretty far south in the USA. But we hadn't actually crossed the border yet. What did you have in mind? Actually, I have crossed the border. Diana, I've just wrapped up a meeting with the government to secure funding for this. We need to travel into Mexico, where I'm making arrangements to invest into some resorts. We're working on an agreement with the Mexican government to promote tourism. And we're looking for meeting locations for trade talks as well. Valerie, so just to get this straight, you want us to go to some resorts in Mexico? Sign me up! Diana, there's a lot of money at stake here. I need a team I can count on. It could be an excellent chance to expand your company's reach. Okay, I really think this story should have come along earlier in the saga. Grandpa, I agree. If we have an opportunity right now, we should take it. Strange thing is, keep talking. Diana, fantastic. I was sure I could count on you. We'll need to start out by traveling to El Paso, Texas. We'll be crossing the border near there. We'll get started right away. Okay, let me collect the reward. Okay, what is that reward? It's not money. Okay, I've already unlocked Mexico, but it's unlocked it again. Fair enough. Okay, Latin America, Chapter 1-3, make a stop at El Paso. That's easy enough. Off we go to El Paso. Yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get down to El Paso, but c'est la vie. Okay, so that's all the cars which I collected last time that I want to put on my train, which are going to take a long time to upgrade. However, because I had so much fun playing with the Gumball machine in the last episode, I'm going to do it again. Because, well, basically, why not? I've got almost 9 million, as I mentioned. In fact, if I go raid my caboose, you never know, I might even actually have 9 million. Not quite. Oh, I missed. Okay. Alright. I want 9 million. Let me collect for that job. That'll get me 3... just... Ah, good. There are another couple of complete jobs. I'll replace them at some later point. That's got me 9 million. Okay. When's a long gap in the schedule? So I've got some time. So once I go past Detroit and on my way to Indianapolis, that's probably a long enough gap for me to do a load of what I want to do. But as I previously wrote about the Gumball machine, it cost me just over 300,000 for a rare roll, and 150,000 or just over for a standard roll. So if I do 10 of each, well then that'll cost me just over 4.5 million, or about half of what I've currently got. And I will get 20 cars. And as my trainery now shows me having 119 out of possible 212 cars. And yes, I have sold some duplicate cars. I think the least I got for one of them was 400 gold, and the most I got was about 23,500. So prices do vary, but when you're spending 300,000 to get one of these cars, getting 400 in selling it is really not a profitable business model. Off to Detroit. As I say, once we get past Detroit, I will go mad on the Gumball machine again. I do quite like the pizza car. I say it's going to take a little while to upgrade to level 3, but not too long. Well, 12,500 experience points it's going to need. Whereas, it's kind of weird. Some cars like the pizza car, you know, the Halloween car, Biggie Snake car, the camel car, or now the Kiwi pen, that's what you get an affinity for. The Bali Beach car does nothing for me. It just meh. Whereas, you know, the Coffin Express car or the Summer Camping car look quite good. Okay, oh, 10,000 for dropping off passengers at Detroit. Okay, let's go Gumball crazy again. One rare roll. Oh, Surf's Up. Okay. That one's definitely different. I quite like the look of that one. One standard roll. Silver passenger car. Yeah, definitely remember having one of those. I've still got a load of duplicates to get rid of, but I'm going to end up with a load more after this. Luxury food car. That's rare roll number 2. And standard roll number 2. A behemoth food car. Yep. Alright, we'll go with rare roll number 3 before we come into Indianapolis. A feng shui garden car. Okay. That's at least definitely different. And to the standard roll. A carrot car. Yeah, I've got one of those. Alright. In Indianapolis. We were in Indianapolis. Now we're straight back out of it. Let me collect the cash from the pizza place. The other money-making cars at the front of my train. And back to the Gumball machine. Go with another rare roll. A Mutz Cuts car. Yep, definitely got one of those. And a standard roll. A bullet cargo car. Yep. Okay, can I have another car, please? A graffiti car. Okay. I've seen worse cars. A standard roll. A black and red passenger car. Okay, apparently I've got one of those. And we'll go with another one. A Mount Vesuvius car. It's a cargo car, which I don't really need cargo cars, but c'est la vie. And a Skyview car. Okay. Straight in and out of Springfield, Illinois. And I've still got more rolls to go. A Crystal Lake car. Nice. I don't know why it's called Crystal Lake. It's kind of got a roller coaster. And a standard roll. A freight car. Okay. It's going to take me a long time to upgrade and sell all of these cars that I'm going out of my way to get. A cattle car. Okay. Well, do another standard roll. Urban freight car. Yep. Definitely remember having got one of those. Let's get out of Springfield, Illinois. Onto Topeka, Kansas. I've still got more cars to go. A crane car. Yep, I've had a few of those. Standard roll. Oh, a chip wagon car. Oh. If you're American, I suppose it'd be called a fry wagon car, but I'm not American, it's chips. Forgotten which one I just did. Was that a standard roll? Well, I'm going to do another rare roll anyway. That got me a 20s passenger car. That's new and different. And one more standard roll. I might have gone a bit further in the... A water battle car. Oh, I like the look of that one. That's a lot of new cars I've got to deal with. Yeah, I might have spent a bit more money than I originally intended, but who cares? It's only money. As long as there are shotguns and banks, you can always get more. So now if I look at my trainery, I've found 128 now. So 9 brand new cars that I haven't seen before out of all that lot I just got out the Gumball machine. And the other thing I want to do, apart from I need to clean and maintain my train, off we go, is I want to change my engine. I'm bored with this engine. Let me find one bright green. The Afanaski Nitkin engine. Yeah, I can't pronounce things, but I'll take it. It's got to be that one. Yep, that's the caboose that goes with it. Just felt like a change. Yeah, as I say, I need to maintain my train. There's a lot of cars complaining that they need cleaning and maintaining. That is the, I wouldn't say the problem, the challenge with level 1 cars is they don't have as much endurance and cleanliness as higher level cars. Okay, this engine makes a strange little noise as well. But now if I go back to my wonderful trainery and cars, I've only got 17 pages of cars, but what the heck? Whilst I'm here, there was a passenger car right there, which I don't need to be on my train. So, what are you? You're a passenger car? They're a graffiti car. On you go. Once these two finish getting upgraded, the, what are you, some kind of candy passenger car and the Bohemian car, they will be replaced with 2 of the new cars. And once daylight occurs again, it'll be nice to see all these cars in car. I'd like the lantern car at night. That's quite cute. But yes, I will probably rearrange them slightly when I'm not recording, just to see if I can make them look more logically symmetrical or something like that. Basically make them look less weird. Actually, as I say, I don't particularly like the Bali Beach car. So whilst I'm here, which of you cars, you a food type car that earns me money? Yes, you are. Right. We'll have the chip car up front. So, not a fan of the Bali Beach car. I have my prejudices. What hours do you open? Oh, you open from 8 in the morning till 10 at night. That's 14 hours. That's a pretty good amount of time to be open. Not quite as good as the open 24 hours that the Elven Archery car at the front of my train. Coming to Fort Stockton. Looks like I'm going to get to El Paso because I think it's the next station. Yep. Okay, it's a little bit of a distance, 500 odd miles. And just see with the boost. Okay, my top speed is still 325 miles an hour with this engine. Whatever bonus it has, it probably has in Russia. Suppose I could go look it up, and why not? Engines. It was bright green. Was that one? Plus 20 speed when equipped in Russia. Yep. So, wonderful in Russia. Not necessarily quite so great in the United States or Mexico. But, that's life. Not something I was overly concerned with when I put it on my train. I just wanted a different engine. And to be honest, probably either towards the end of the next episode or the beginning of the following episode, I will replace this engine with a different one as well. Because whilst you see the changing of the cars, me getting new cars, and me spending money, the actual earning a load of this money takes me some time to actually achieve. So I actually get sick of looking at the same cars, which is why I frequently change them when I'm not recording this game. And you keep looking at the same engine for a few hours, it gets a bit boring. It's always nice to change these things. It'd be nice to have some daylight as well, so I can see what my train looks like in glorious colour. But I don't control the time. as we come towards El Paso to find out what Diana and Grandpa and Lance and Valerie are all going to talk about next. Valerie. Okay, we're just about ready to move on. They've just inspected our cargo and checked in with passengers. Diana. Excellent. I don't imagine we'll run into issues at the border. We'll be crossing into Juarez. I'm not going to try and pronounce the first part. It's directly across the border from El Paso. Grandpa, here's hoping for a brisk crossing then. Okay, seriously? I'm just going to Juarez? Fine. I was thinking about ending this episode, but literally that's the distance I'm travelling to complete the next stage of the story. I'm really not going to pass that up. I know Mexico well in this game because I spent a lot of time there transporting passengers around. Here we go. Good old Juarez. Valerie, that was a smooth experience at the border for sure. Diana, just as expected, we're right on schedule. I need you to start by taking me to Mexico City. It's a bit of a trip, but I need to check in with my contact there. Valerie, you got it, Diana. Next stop, Mexico City. Well, I'm not actually going to get to Mexico City. I will depart. I'm just waiting for the sun to come up now, so I can see my train one last time in all its colourful glory. At which point, I will end the episode. And the trip to Mexico City will happen in the next episode. Come on, sun. Rise in the sky. Let me see my train in all its colourful glory. It's getting there. Starting at the front with my wonderful green engine, followed by the Elven Archery car, the Biggie Snake car, the Pumpkin Patch car, excuse me, the Chip Wagon car, the Pizza car, the Blue Ribbon Diner car. Just let me give it a quick clean and repair. Then the Coffin Express car, the Summer Camping car, the Maori car, the Toxie Froggy car, the Lantern Lounge, the Bushido Wagon car, the Graffiti car, the Candy Passenger car, the Bohemian car, 2 toilets, modern outhouses as they prefer to be called, the Kiwi Pen, and the Caboose, which has almost 40,000 in it. Had almost 40,000 in it. It looks very eclectically colourful, I think is possibly the best way of putting that. Okay, as we come into Mexicali and depart, or wherever it decides to send me next, Tijuana, that is where I'm going to end the episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed the wonders of me playing with the Gumball machine. I'm just curious, actually. I'm in chapter 1-5, which is 9% of the way through the Latin America story. So it's going to take a while to complete the Latin America story. However, if they keep sending me around Mexico, it's not going to take that long. After Rosarito. Or Rosarito. Okay, that's where I'm going to end the episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy playing with the Gumball machine now. That's all I've got to spend my money on. And I'll be probably doing that quite a bit until I've got most, if not all, the cars from this game. And hopefully I'll see you down the track for more Tiny Rails in the near future. Cheerio!